It's the Numark Orbit. This is a portable controller unit.
Yep, this is completely, in fact, let me unplug it here. It's completely wireless. That was just being used to charge it right now, by the way. That's how you charge it. It has an 8-hour battery life on it. This is the world's first wireless DJ controller. It's designed, it's a standard MIDI controller, but it's designed specifically for use with anything that you have that's MIDI. For instance, if you have software that's MIDI controllable, like most software is today, like Tractor, or Serato, or Virtual DJ, or Mix5, or any of the other softwares out there that use MIDI, you can assign this to work with that. It also works with your lighting controls. So you could go out on the dance floor, control your lighting with it. You could use it for your video controls, or for your visuals, or whatever it is, and control things like Grand VJ with this. So you have a lot of different flexibility and options for use with the Orbit. Now the Orbit has on it, essentially, it's got these accelerometers built into it for really cool stuff. So those are a couple of parameters right there with the accelerometers. But you also have 4 banks that are separate channels of 16 pads. So essentially you have 16 pads to control with RGBs that can be either controlled from the software or you can hard assign them yourself. You also have 16 parameters for your wheel. So each one of the banks has 4 parameters for the wheel. In this case, if I'm on one and I'm right here, I'm controlling the volume right there in the software. So why don't we do this? We're going to start playing the track. All right. Right now somebody's put it into a loop. I just released the loop right there because these buttons were assigned for looping functions where these have been assigned to hotkeys. So as you can see, I'm controlling the hotkeys. And that's basically what we've done is on bank 1 for the show here, we mapped up bank 1 to be all the transport controls and things like that. Bank 3 is effects. And with effects, this is where it gets a whole lot of fun and really interesting. By the way, this is a 2.4 gig solution, so your range on it's like a football field. You go out in the arena, you go crowd surfing or anything like that with it, like the modern electronic dance music DJs are doing. You take and you plug in a receiver that's right here, and it's not Bluetooth, it's not communicating with the computer, it's communicating right here, which makes it, first of all, it makes it a very fast connection. There's no latency involved in this. And it also means that it looks like there's no drivers or anything else like that. It just looks like the other end of the USB cable. The battery life is 8 hours. It goes into a standby mode. It could last for 24 hours. And if the battery should die after 8 hours of continuous use, which means you're doing a heck of a lot of DJing at that point, just plug it in. It's seamless. It looks like the USB cable becomes essentially your MIDI cable. And just seamless, just like any other controller. Anyway, so on to the effects, the fun stuff here. So we're on deck number 3 right now. We're on bank number 3, which is deck number 1. So this is the accelerometer, but I haven't pushed the button yet. When I push the button, I'm going to activate the filter. So as you can see on the screen up here, you can see I'm actually moving the filter inside Tractor. And if I shake it, I can create some very cool effects. On the left side, we actually have the beat mapped up. And I can actually do button combinations. Also with the effects. All my different effects are mapped up in here. In fact, let's go back and start with the volume a little bit so you can hear all these different things. That's the Orbit, world's first wireless DJ MIDI controller with accelerometers built right in.
Very cool.
Oh, you know what?
One more.
There's a little bit more here. So on the back side, we have this mount back here, and that allows you to basically, you can do this. You can strap it to your wrist. You go out there and just wear it like a watch or whatever. You can do it a little Flavor Flav thing. We have the loops here, so you can hang it from your neck, like so. So you can walk out on stage with this. Our perspective is this, that DJs, you're standing back here, are you really trying to hide from your crowd, or you want to interact with your crowd? What better way to interact with your crowd than to have this kind of control and be able to go out there? And of course, the wow factor too. People are kind of like, what's that? What's that? So, and Sid, how much do you think this is?
$99.
Ah, you know my secret. Yes, $99. $99 for the Orbit, and available this spring.